Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to another pre-market pulse scan recorded late today. It's 9:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is December the 13th, 2016 on a Tuesday. Um, and I don't know if you heard that bell. That was the opening bell. Just went off. It's 9:30 now. As far as what we got going on, not too much really to talk about per se, only because in the overnight market, it's just more of the same. We've seen a run up in the Dow futures. It's up over 100 points in the pre-market. I mean, that's par for the course. The Nasdaq still is below 4,900 at 48.88. It did hit a high of 48.91 and 3/4 and a low of 48.59 and a half. So it's still hanging around there. Gold is down $3.80 at 11.62 after hitting 11.58.90 and a high of 11.67 even. Silver hit a low of 17.05 and a half and a high of 17.23, and the last trade is 17.13 and a half. And your oil right now is at $53.12 after hitting $53.42 for a high and $52.47 for a low. So approximately a $1 trading range in the crude oil. And your dollar hit 101.09 and it's a high in the overnight, and it hit par 81 and a half. And last trade is par 91 and a half. So it's trying to hang above par. That's the bottom line story, excuse me, in the dollar. It's trying to remain above par. So I do believe that it will be successful in doing so. As you know, I added a whole lot of new securities, especially in the mining space. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be able to do every single security that ever existed in the mining space. But the more popular ones, the ones that you sent out that you wanted on the list, are there. I will say sometimes I'm not able to find some of these, and um, I don't know quite what the issue is there. I know that sometimes for data purposes, the exchanges they change the ticker symbols. The names obviously don't change, but the tickers may. So sometimes it's hard to find some of the more obscure ones. But needless to say, um, I'm still working on trying to find as many as possible. Uh, it just gets a little tricky for especially some of the ones that are overseas. I don't know um, what the issue is there. It's a trip because you're not dealing with a U.S. company. It's not like I can just like go through other sources to try to find some of these. So just needless to say, I'm doing my best to keep looking for some of these that you sent out to me because I would like to see what's up with it, especially on some of the charts that you've posted. Um, it looks good. All right, so let's see what else. Looking at your 911s, you have a lot of rally alerts today, more than usual lately. If you noticed the last couple of days, um, it's been very muted. You've only had like a handful. So now the whole gamut has been opened up a little bit more because some of the price action has been very interesting. I'm still looking for the JNUG to try to get some legs here. JDST is still pulling back, so that's a good sign for the bullish position on the miners. Also looking at Nugget and Dust. Nugget is positive, hanging on to some positive, just like JNUG is, but and Dust is negative. So again, seeing the inverse turn red and be negative is good for the bullish argument side of things. But we still need to watch those because they run the risk of breaking out, and you have to watch it. Now, we do have another rally alert on the JNUG for today, so watch that. Obviously, your pulse wave is, the market's nowhere near it yet on the long side of things, so that leaves you to still watch the negative side of things. We do have negative momentum in the JNUG. It's still locked in. It has a negative swing VIX and a negative momentum reading that's locked in. So you got to watch that. The downtrend is still locked in. So it's just searching for bottom. And we're just watching and monitoring for when that process is going to be. The 9/11s, when you get those rally alerts, they are major algo shifts happening within a sector. It's basically saying, look here, the market, something is shifting. The trend may be becoming exhausted. There's something going on when you get those 9/11 alerts. It's just letting you know that there's something going on within the market depth behind the scenes. So you got to watch that. All right, so we have rally alert for the JNUG going on, also for Nugget. Be aware that I see a rally alert in sugar. See some in the silver space. The euro has rally alerts in it, so be mindful of that. Like I say, the gold and silver space, look at some of those. Okay, the NASDAQ, looking at the SQQQ, excuse me, the SQQQ is in play with a rally alert, but like once again, these are bear market readings. Okay, a lot of these rally alerts are happening within bear market readings. The exception would be the GDXJ, because that is already starting to show other signs. Watch the GDXJ and the GDX very closely. Now, GDXJ is not as vulnerable as GDX. GDXJ is showing signs of strength. You have a 9/11 alert, and it's locked in an 18 uptrend. Now, you still have the major longer term trend of a 52, but what is that saying? Remember, 18 and 52 is retracement. So you're in a bear market retracement. So this market is retracing off its lows, and if it continues to do this, your overall trend is going to change from bearish to bullish. So the GDXJ is showing signs of leading the GDX. So the junior miners are leading the way. We need to really watch these junior miners. Gotta watch them. Got to watch the junior miners, especially as we're going forward. So right now, the market's telling us watch the junior miners. All right, because that's going to tell the story. Watch that GDXJ. If the GDXJ gets going, then it's going to take JNUG with it. Also, the NASDAQ. Watch the NASDAQ. Now, the futures just broke 4,900. But watch the SQQ. Watch the SQQ. It's so tight right now that you can't take your eyes off of it. You got to watch it. If the SQQ pops, that's letting you know you're at a market top. The NASDAQ is the weaker of the bunch. It is not drinking the Kool-Aid like the other markets are. So you got to keep your eyes on that. Also, the TQQQ, keep your eyes on that. Now, it just popped today. It's up $3.10. So it finally just popped. But again, you have to keep your eyes on it because it's going to let you know what's going on. You have a crash alert in the TQQQ. All right, so that means there's something shifting. All right, if they can't make this run just up in a straight line the way they're trying to. It's going to pull back and it's going to correct something terrible. So just remember that. You got to watch the signs. Watch the TQQ, watch the SQQ, and watch the QQQ. Now, the QQQ has a swing trade locked in alert, but it also has a crash alert. I know we don't like to hear those words, but that's what it is. Now, when I say crash, for all intents and purposes, we don't mean, run for the hills, the market's collapsing. No, we mean a pullback. We mean a sell-off. All right, so a better way to say it is there's a sell-off alert, okay? So just be prepared for that. This is still the holiday markets where anything goes. All right, I have seen the markets rally 1,200 points on the Dow futures in one day. All right, during the holidays. They like to do stuff like that. So just be mindful, okay? Gotta watch the tape. That's all I gotta say. Watch the tape. The QQQ did pop on the swing trade so far this morning. It has popped. It's up a buck. It hit $120 even. Look where your swing trade is versus where the QQQ is now. All right, you're already in the money on that trade. If you were already long it, you're in the money. It did open up at 119.35. All right, so you would have been triggered in that trade. So keep that mindful. Looking at, like I said, Dust and JDST, they're both down 45 cents respectively. Keep an eye on that. Okay, your gold is down $2.50 now. Just little things to watch for. Okay, the NASDAQ, gold, and the junior miners. I cannot stress that enough. All right, junior miners. All right, GDXJ and that NASDAQ 100. Watch those because that's where you're going to get your cue from. Those markets are going to tell you the story and show you what you need to be doing. Once again, I cannot stress that enough. All right, so that way you don't miss out on what's happening. All right, you don't want to be left behind, left in the dust. You don't want that. You want to be able to participate at what's going on in the markets, and the only way to do that is to keep your eyes and ears open to what's happening. All right, so see you over in the trading room. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace.